if we didn't have large farms to produce plenty of food, because we haven't all land. We haven't all land to do this. If you think of our large cities where people are crammed into multi-storey houses, how do they produce food?
Yes, good question, very good question. Land feeds the farms. Land feeds the people. And we have to take care of the land and not go on building more and more and take more and more land away from food. At the moment, we are building so many buildings, airports, motorways, industrial parks, business parks, shopping centers, shopping malls, all over the world. So many, and many of these buildings are half used, quarter used, underused.
Yes.
So we have to be more frugal, we have to take more care and build only what is really necessary and not just the kind of investment. Like in London, there are many buildings sitting empty. People are just buying it just as an investment. So we have to change our culture, change our worldview, change our way of thinking, and not see land as an investment or a kind of financial, or buildings as an investment. But buildings are to live, houses are to live, and they should be properly used. I was in Japan last month, and in the daytime, I was staying with people, in daytime, it's a living room. At night, they put mattresses and futons and becomes a bedroom. Why all day bedroom is sitting there and centrally heated and they are sitting in the office. And all night, the sitting room is just empty there, centrally heated, you are sleeping in the bedroom. And you go in many offices, there are boardrooms and there are office spaces and there are many places used once a week or once a month. So at the moment, we are misusing a lot of built environment. So we must use less buildings and use them more efficiently and more frugally. Secondly, when you do build buildings in cities, as you say, people are crammed in the city, cities must have spaces to grow food. You don't have to separate nature and culture, and the nature and farming exiled into the countryside, and all the nature and art and music and galleries and everything exiled into cities. They must come together. And every roof should be used for growing food. Every roof should be used for solar energy. Every roof should be used to collect water. At the moment, there are millions and millions of roofs. They're just sitting empty there. Nothing, no use. Why? I was in London with a friend, with an ecological friend, environmentalist friend. And after seeing him, he had an office near Oxford Street. And he said, we finished our talking, I was about to leave. He said, do you want to see my garden? I said, garden in this, near Oxford Street? He said, yes, come with me. I went upstairs again, where the roof, beautiful garden, herbs, tomatoes, cucumber, amazing things, and hives, beehives. And he gave me a pot of honey and said, I made this honey from my beehives here. Roof of London in Oxford Street, or near Oxford Street. So if we take all the roofs of Birmingham and Manchester and Edinburgh and Glasgow and London and New York and Tokyo and Paris and Delhi and Mumbai and all the Moscow and everybody, just see how much space there is. We can grow food. Then walls can be grown food.
Yes.
Why we have to leave walls empty? If you can put, there are vertical gardens and the rain is coming and you can put some rains coming through the walls. The rain is going on the walls. They can irrigate, natural irrigation. So we have to be more imaginative and creative. Because if we go into these factory farms, polluted water, polluted air, polluted food, animals treated in a cruel way, and if that's the path we follow and we don't use our imagination, we don't use our creativity, we don't use our compassion, we don't use our spirituality, and we just be pragmatic and we think, oh, just put more chemicals, so there will be more food, and then we can feed people. That's not the right way. So there are good ways to feed people. Nature is bountiful. Nature is abundant. In nature, you plant one seed of apple, it gives you 1,000 apples. Not 1 year, but 10 years, 20 years, 1,000 apples. And each apple brings back 2 or 3 more seeds to plant more. Nature is not mean. Nature is not mean. Nature is generous. Nature is abundant. Nature is magnificent. But we think nature is stupid. Nature knows nothing. We scientists know. Richard Dawkins thinks I know everything. I say, Richard Dawkins, you are a human. Also the word humility comes from human. If you are not humble, there's no humility, then there's no humanity. So be humble, respect nature, respect the rocks, respect the soil, and say nature is intelligent. Nature has memory, morphic resonance. Nature has a memory. Nature has soul. Nature has spirit. Nature is alive. And we mustn't treat nature as if nothing good in it. So put chemicals, put fertilizers, put factories, put thousands and thousands of animals in one factory where they never see the light of the day. And that unhappy animals, we eat that unhappy meat, we become unhappy and we become ill. So much diseases in the country spreading. Our NHS spends billions and billions and billions of pounds year after year after year, and they cannot cope with the health problem. Because we eat bad food. We eat cruel meat. We eat chemical fertilizers, food. And we eat plastic wrapped food. If we don't use our intelligence and our spirituality and our common sense and natural instinct, it's not going to be good for humanity. So in order to feed people properly, good quality food, organic food, natural food, fresh food, delicious food, you have to respect nature. Because the food comes from nature, not from factory farms, not from technology, not from computers, not from robots. Food comes from the soil. Soil transforms itself into food. Respect that.
Thank you.
Satish, can I just add to that? I think behind that question lay